The day my family disowned me, I learned what it meant to be truly alone. You're an omega and a male one at that, my father had snarled, his alpha scent thick with disappointment in our small Ohio home. You'll only bring shame. We can't have that in this family. They packed a bag for me that night and drove me to the bus station with a one-way ticket to New York and a warning never to contact them again. I was 18. 6 years later, I had built what I thought was a safe, ordinary life in the city. I worked as a data entry clerk at a mid-sized logistics firm, kept my head down, paid for the expensive suppressants that dulled my scent, and lived in a tiny studio apartment in Queens. No pack, no drama. No one looking too closely at the quiet guy who never dated and always left parties early. I told myself this was freedom. Invisibility was my armor. That armor shattered on a rainy Thursday night at the Kane Enterprises charity gala. My coworker had called in sick and begged me to cover his shift as a server. I needed the extra cash, so I said yes. The ballroom at the plaza was filled with New York's elite. Alphas in tailored suits, their power radiating like cologne. I kept my eyes on my tray and my scent locked down tight. Then I tripped. The tray of champagne glasses tipped and crashed right at the feet of Marcus Kane himself. The room seemed to freeze as the city's most powerful alpha turned. He was taller than the photos suggested, broad-shouldered, with sharp features and dark eyes that missed nothing. When our gazes locked, I felt it. A pull so strong my suppressants suddenly felt useless. His nostrils flared. He smelled me. "You," he said, his voice low and commanding, cutting through the murmurs. Heads turned. Phones came out. "You're mine." The words hung in the air. Claimed. In front of 200 of the most influential people in New York. My heart hammered. I tried to back away, but his hand caught my wrist gently yet firmly. "Do not run, little Omega. Not from me." Security appeared instantly. Before I could protest, I was escorted from the ballroom and into a private elevator that shot straight to the penthouse suite. Marcus Kane did not ask. He declared. And in our world, that was often enough. The penthouse was all glass and steel overlooking Central Park. Marcus poured me a glass of water and sat across from me, studying me like I was a puzzle he intended to solve. "Your name," he said. "Alex Rivera," I whispered. "Alex." He tasted the name. "You are an unclaimed omega living alone in this city. That ends tonight. I am claiming you as my mate." I laughed, a bitter sound. "You don't even know me. This is insane. I know your scent calls to me in a way no other ever has. That is rare. That is fate in our world." His voice was calm but absolute. "My legal team is already handling the paperwork. You will stay here. You will be protected. And in time you will understand this is not a cage. It is a beginning." I stood up, legs shaking. "I survived on my own for 6 years. I do not need your protection or your claim." Marcus rose too, towering over me. "Your family threw you away. The world out there sees omegas like you as liabilities or playthings. I see something else. Stay one night. If you still want to leave in the morning, I will arrange it. But know this. Once I claim someone, I do not let go easily." That night I lay in a guest room bigger than my entire apartment, staring at the ceiling. My phone buzzed with notifications. The video of the claim was already trending. Powerful Alpha claims mystery Omega at gala. My ordinary life was gone, and I had no idea what price this new one would demand. Morning came with sunlight pouring through floor-to-ceiling windows and the smell of fresh coffee. Marcus was already dressed in a charcoal suit, reading the news on his tablet when I walked into the kitchen. "Sleep well?" he asked, as if this were any normal morning. "No." I sat down across from him. "Everyone is talking about us. My boss called. I am apparently on indefinite leave." Marcus nodded. "I arranged that. You will not need that job anymore." Anger flared hot in my chest. "You cannot just decide my life for me. I worked hard to build something independent. And look where that independence left you. Alone." barely scraping by, masking who you are every single day. He set the tablet down. I am not trying to erase you, Alex. I am offering you a place where you do not have to hide. I wanted to argue, but the words stuck. Part of me, the exhausted part that had been fighting alone for years, was tempted. Still, the larger part screamed danger. Alphas like Marcus did not claim omegas out of pure kindness. There was always an angle. Over the next days, the reality of his world crashed over me. Stylists arrived with racks of clothes in my size. A doctor came to check my suppressant levels and offered safer alternatives. Marcus's assistant gave me a new phone with his direct line programmed. Everywhere I turned there were people ready to serve the new mate of Marcus Kane. The media frenzy grew. Headlines called me the Cinderella Omega. Comment sections were split. Some celebrated the romance. Others questioned why a powerful alpha would choose an ordinary nobody. A few dug into my past and found the court records of my family's disownment. Abandoned Omega Land's Alpha King became the new narrative. I confronted Marcus in his home office one evening. My family saw the news. They emailed me. They want to talk. His jaw tightened. They abandoned you. They have no claim now. They are still my blood. I crossed my arms. And you cannot control every part of this. I need to decide what to do about them myself. Marcus stood and came around the desk. Close enough that his alpha scent wrapped around me, comforting and overwhelming at once. I am not trying to control you, but I will protect you from anyone who has ever hurt you, including them. That is what a mate does. I stepped back. Is that what this is? Protection or possession? Both, he admitted quietly. And perhaps something more. Give it time, Alex. Let me prove it. That night I lay awake again. His words echoed. Part of me wanted to believe him. Another part remembered my father's face when he threw me out. Trust was a dangerous luxury I had not been able to afford in years. Yet when Marcus checked on me later, offering a blanket and a soft good night, Alex, the wall inside me cracked just a little. My family did not wait long. 2 weeks after the claim, my mother called. Her voice was honey-sweet in a way it had never been when I lived at home. Alex, sweetheart, we saw the news. We are so happy for you. This is wonderful. Perhaps we can come visit? Meet your alpha? I gripped the phone tighter. You threw me out. Now you want to visit. Your father was stressed. We all were. But blood is blood. And now that you have such a prominent mate, maybe we can heal as a family. Marcus walked in during the call. He heard enough. His expression darkened. After I hung up, he said, "They want access to my world through you. Do not let them." I know that, I snapped. But they are still my parents. What if they have changed? He sighed and sat beside me. People like that rarely change. They see Omegas as assets. I have seen it in business deals. Packs selling their Omega children for alliances. I will not let them use you. His protectiveness felt both reassuring and suffocating. We argued for an hour. I accused him of treating me like property. He accused me of being naive. In the end, we reached a fragile truce. I could meet them, but only with him present and in a public place. The meeting at a downtown cafe was tense. My parents arrived dressed in their best. My father shook Marcus's hand with forced respect. "We are grateful you have taken care of our son." Marcus's smile did not reach his eyes. "He takes care of himself. I simply provide the safety he deserves." My mother tried to pull me aside. "This is your chance to elevate the whole family, Alex. Think of your siblings. Introductions, opportunities." Pulled away. "You threw me away when I needed you most. Now you want favors? I am not a bridge for you to walk over." The conversation ended badly. My father muttered something about ungrateful Omegas. Marcus escorted me out, his hand on my lower back. In the car, I broke down for the first time in years. He held me without a word, just steady warmth. That night, he told me his own story. His parents had pushed him into a political bonding with a female Omega for business reasons when he was younger. She had died in an accident. He had vowed never to bond for anything but genuine connection. When I smelled you at the gala, it was the first time in years my alpha side felt alive. Not for power. For you. I wanted to believe him, but doubt lingered. Was this love or instinct? Could an ordinary Omega ever be equal to a man like Marcus Kane? The betrayal came from someone I trusted. My old roommate from community college, Jordan, had stayed in touch sporadically. He reached out after the claim went viral, congratulating me and asking to meet. I agreed, thinking it would be nice to see a familiar face. We met at a quiet bar. Jordan seemed genuinely happy at first. Then he started asking questions. How serious was the claim? Did Marcus have any weaknesses? Was there money involved? I brushed it off as curiosity. 2 days later, a tabloid published an exclusive. Details about my abandonment, my low-paying job, even private conversations I had shared with Jordan. The article painted me as a gold digger who had manipulated the claim. Worse, it suggested Marcus had been tricked by my scent. Marcus was furious. His legal team moved fast, but the damage was done. Stock in Kane Enterprises dipped slightly. Rival alphas began circling, questioning his judgment in choosing an unstable Omega. I confronted Jordan over the phone. He admitted a rival company had paid him. Come on, Alex. You landed the jackpot. Share the wealth. I hung up feeling sick. The person I thought was a friend had sold me out for money. Marcus found me in the library, head in my hands. This is my fault, I whispered. I brought this into your life. He knelt in front of me. No, this is the world testing us. People will always try to tear down what they cannot have. But I choose you, Alex. Every day. In the weeks that followed, the pressure mounted. My family leaked old photos to the press, trying to portray themselves as victims. A rival alpha, Victor Lang, publicly challenged Marcus's claim, suggesting I was better suited to a more traditional pack. Marcus faced a board meeting where investors questioned his stability. He came home exhausted but determined. I told them the truth. You make me stronger, not weaker. I began to see the cost he was paying. Late nights in his office, missed events, whispers that he was distracted. One night I overheard him on a call. If choosing Alex costs me the company, then so be it. He is worth more than all of it. That was the moment the crack in my walls became a fracture. I realized I was falling for him, not because of the claim or the luxury, because of the man who chose me when the world told him not to. The crisis peaked during a major merger negotiation. Victor Lang made a final move. He contacted my family and offered them a large sum to publicly denounce the claim and say I had been coerced. My father agreed. They scheduled a press conference. I found out through a leaked email Marcus's team intercepted. When I confronted my parents, they did not deny it. This alpha is using you, my father said. We are protecting you by getting you out. You are selling me again, I replied, voice breaking. Just like before. Marcus wanted to destroy them legally. I stopped him. No, let me handle this my way. I attended the press conference unannounced. Cameras flashed as I stepped onto the stage beside my stunned parents. I was abandoned at 18 for being who I am. An Omega. A gay Omega in a family that could not accept it. Marcus Kane did not coerce me. He gave me a choice every single day to stay or go. And I choose to stay. Not because he is powerful. Because he sees me as an equal. The room erupted. My father tried to speak, but I cut him off. You lost the right to speak for me years ago. This ends now. I walked off the stage straight into Marcus's arms. He had been waiting in the wings. You did not have to do that, he whispered. Yes, I did. For both of us. Victor Lang's challenge collapsed after the public display. But the stress had taken its toll. Marcus collapsed from exhaustion that night. As I sat by his bed in the hospital, the fear was real. I had almost lost him because of my past. When he woke, he reached for my hand. "Stay with me, Alex. Not as my claimed Omega, as my partner, my equal." The months that followed were quieter but deeper. I started my own small consulting firm helping other Omegas navigate the corporate world. Marcus supported it fully, stepping back from some deals to make time for us. We argued sometimes. Old wounds surfaced, but we faced them together. My family tried one last approach, a letter of apology. I read it and burned it. Some bridges stay burned for a reason. The city slowly accepted us. Headlines shifted from scandal to power couple. Marcus's company thrived stronger than before. One evening on the rooftop of our penthouse overlooking the lights of New York, Marcus pulled me close. "I claimed you that night at the gala, but you claimed my heart every day after." I smiled, resting my head on his chest. "And you gave me back my voice, my strength." We stood there in the warm city breeze, two men who had fought society, family, doubt, and fear to build something real. The claiming mark on my neck had healed into a simple, elegant scar. A symbol not of ownership but of chosen partnership. In the end, was Marcus's claim an act of true love that saved me? Or did it simply replace one form of control with another? Was I right to trust him, or should I have walked away to stay truly free? What would you have done?